Timothy Donald Cook, or Tim Cook, is a business executive and computer engineer from America who has been the CEO of Apple Incorporated since 2011. Tim joined Apple in 1998 as a senior vice president and rose to the position of CEO after Steve Jobs resigned from the post in 2011. Cook was among the first few people to recognize the importance of services in technology and business models in general, predicting that a service is not something that you sell, but something that you do. We generally acquire a company every 3 to 4 weeks on average. And so it's a rare month that there's not a company being bought. We typically buy for technology and really great people. It gives me a lot of energy to talk to developers or meet students in classrooms who are using our technology to help learn faster and better, watching them pursue their passion. Everybody in technology seems to want big numbers. Steve never got carried away with that. He focused on making the best. While infusing technology with humanity, we are trying to make sure it's used for good and also trying to foresee some of the ways it can be used in a bad way and eliminate those. All of us technology companies need to create some tools that help diminish the volume of fake news. We must try to squeeze this without stepping on freedom of speech and of the press. But we must also help the reader. That has always been the objective of Apple. To do things that really enrich people's lives. That you look back on and you wonder, how did I live without this? It's not what Apple and Beats are doing today. It's what we believe pairing the two together can produce for the future. We could build just about anything that you could dream of. But that's not the question. The thing that Beats provides us is a head start. They provide us with incredible people that don't grow on trees. I have to feel myself doing what's right. If I'm the arbiter of it instead of letting the guy on TV be that or someone who doesn't know me at all, then I think that's a much better way to live. I see the Mac being a key part of Apple for the long term. And I see growth in the Mac for the long term. I think that some people will never buy a computer because I think now we're at the point where the iPad does what some people want to do with their PCs. I personally think 3D Touch is a game changer. I find that my efficiency is way up with the 3D Touch because I can go through so many emails so quickly. We are constantly auditing our supply chain, making sure that safety standards are the highest. We're making sure that working conditions are the highest. There have been people that suggest that we should have a back door. But the reality is, if you put a back door in, that back door is for everybody, for good guys and bad guys. I don't subscribe to the view some people have in the industry that you should purposefully design products that do not last that long. I don't think it is good for anyone. We don't collect a lot of your data and understand every detail about your life. That's just not the business that we are in. Our values are that we do think that people have a right to privacy, and that our customers are not our products. We shouldn't all be fixated just on what's not available. We should take a step back and look at the total that's available, because there's a mountain of information about us. I am very bullish on India because of its people, its culture, and the leadership. I love the culture and warmth of people. We try to continually push ourselves to do more and more, not just on the hardware side but also in terms of developers' tools, so they can take advantage of the hardware that's there, in the best way. Apple doesn't do hobbies as a general rule. I don't really think anything Microsoft does puts pressure on Apple. You can only do so many things great, and you should cast aside everything else. Price is really the most important thing. A cheap product might sell some units. Somebody gets it home and they feel great when they pay the money. But then they get it home and use it and the joy is gone. I've always hated litigation, and I continue to hate it. You can converge a toaster and a refrigerator, but those things are probably not going to be pleasing to the user. Work takes on new meaning when you feel you are pointed in the right direction. Otherwise, it's just a job. And life is too short for that. When we launch a product, we're already working on the next one. And possibly even the next one. It's hard to edit. It's hard to stay focused. And yet, we know we'll only do our best work if we stay focused. And so, the hardest decisions we made are all the things not to work on, frankly. My view on working with any government in the world is that there are things that you will agree upon and things that you will not. And you don't want to let the things you don't mean that you don't have any interface. For the most important decisions in your life, trust your intuition, and then work with everything you have to prove it right. Those who try to achieve success without hard work ultimately deceive themselves, or worse, deceive others. I am driven by great work and seeing people do incredible things and having a part in that. A great product isn't just a collection of features. It's how it all works together. Graduates, your values matter. They are your North Star. And work takes on new meaning when you feel you're pointed in the right direction. Otherwise, it's just a job. And life is too short for that. It's the privilege of a lifetime for me to work with the most innovative people on Earth. Only Apple can deliver this kind of innovation in such a beautiful, integrated, and easy-to-use way. It's what we love to do. It's what we stand for. My business is not reading your messages. I don't have a business doing that. And it's against my values to do that. I don't want to read your private stuff. I think two people with strong points of view can appreciate each other even more. Anything can change because the smartphone revolution is still in the early stages. I am who I am, and I'm focused on that. And being a great CEO of Apple. People like things they can do now, not just think about. Leadership. We're very simple people at Apple. We focus on making the world's best products and enriching people's lives. The pre-owned market allows us to reach customers who really want an Apple device but can't really reach that point. I think it is great for people. Or otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. If we were not proud of the product, we wouldn't be doing it. If hearing that the CEO of Apple is gay can help someone struggling to come to terms with who he or she is, or bring comfort to anyone who feels alone, or inspire people to insist on their equality, then it's worth the trade-off with my own privacy. I believe that if you took privacy and you said, "I'm willing to give up all of my privacy to be secure," so you weighted it as a zero. My own view is that encryption is a much better world. And I'm not the only person that thinks that. Honestly, we'll compete with everybody. I love competition. As long as people invent their own stuff, I love competition. Our new watches are made entirely of double super gold. They are just a piece of gold that you can wear to the left, right, or directly on top of the other gold you own. Our whole role in life is to give you something you didn't know you wanted. And then once you get it, you can't imagine your life without it. And you can count on Apple doing that. Apple has a culture of excellence that is, I think, so unique and so special. I'm not going to witness or permit the change of it. We have to make sure, at Apple, that we stay true to focus. Laser focus. We know we can only do great things a few times, only on a few products. Apple is the only company that can take hardware, software, and services and integrate those into an experience that's an aha for the customer. You can take that and apply to markets that we're not in today. Leadership. I don't view Apple or myself as an activist. What we do is for some things where we think we have deep knowledge, or think we do, or a strong point of view, we're not shy. We'll stand up, speak out, even when our voice shakes. Apple has a culture of excellence that is, I think, so unique and so special. I'm not going to witness or permit the change of it. Apple has lost a visionary and creative genius, and the world has lost an amazing human being. From an app point of view, if you looked at innovation on the PC, you'd be hard-pressed to find companies innovating. The list is small. The right focus for the US is on advanced manufacturing, something that requires innovation. The way we look at manufacturing is this: the US's strategy should be to skate where the puck is going, not where it is. The kind of investors we seek are long-term because that's how we make our decisions. You can focus on things that are barriers, or you can focus on scaling the wall or redefining the problem. I think of a traditional CEO as being divorced from customers. A lot of consumer company CEOs, they're not really interacting with consumers. We see that in the top problems in the world between haves and have-nots. Generally, we find that the root cause is education. Augmented reality will take some time to get right, but I do think that it's profound. National security always matters, obviously. But the reality is that if you have an open door in your software for the good guys, the bad guys get in there, too. Our goal has never been to make the most. It's always been to make the best. I'm excited about augmented reality because unlike virtual reality, which closes the world out, AR allows individuals to be present in the world but hopefully allows an improvement on what's happening presently. You want to be the pebble in the pond that creates the ripple for change. If you embrace that the things that you can do are limitless, you can put your ding in the universe, you can change the world. If you look at iPod wasn't viewed as a success, but today it's viewed as an overnight success. The iPhone was the same way. People were writing about there being no physical keyboard. Obviously, nobody would want it. For us, the most important thing we can do is raise people up. That is, either by giving them the ability to do things they could not otherwise do. Allow them to create things they couldn't otherwise create. It's about giving them tools. If you believe, as we believe, that diversity leads to better products, and we're all about making products that enrich people's lives, then you obviously put a ton of energy behind diversity the same way you would put a ton of energy behind anything. France has always had a special place for Apple. This is the best place to discover and chat with all musicians, graphic designers, or photographers who use our products. There is such creative energy. We think the government should be pushing for more encryption. That it's a great thing. You know, it's like the sun and the air and the water. Market in India is big enough for several brands. For us, it's about innovation, making the best product, and making the ecosystem better and better. If we do that well, then more people will switch from Android to iOS. While our team managed the manufacturing ramp better than ever before, we could have sold many more iPhones with greater supply, and we are working hard to fill orders as quickly as possible. We collectively, to get things done, work together as a team. Because the work really happens horizontally in our company, not vertically. Products are horizontal. It takes hardware plus software plus services to make a killer product. Think about what you're passionate about. I did not learn something early enough. If I could go back, I'd tell the younger me that there's a big difference between loving to work and loving the work. Discrimination, in all its forms, is bad for business. So I had to figure out for myself what was right and true. It was a search. It was a process. It drew on the moral sense that I learned from my parents, and in church, and in my own heart, and led me on my own journey of discovery. I'd rather Apple cannibalize Apple than somebody else cannibalize Apple. We're very simple people at Apple. We focus on making the world's best products and enriching people's lives. I've been thinking about the Jetsons since I was a kid. But occasionally, you want the Jetsons to come to reality. That's what Apple is so great at. Productizing things and bringing them to you so you can be a part of it. I think the iPhone is the best consumer product ever. That's what I feel about it. And it's become so integrated and integral to our lives. You wouldn't think about leaving home without it. Companies that get confused, that think their goal is revenue or stock price or something. You have to focus on the things that lead to those. I think the most diverse group will produce the best product. I firmly believe that. Life is fragile. We're not guaranteed a tomorrow, so give it everything you've got. I hope people remember me as a good and decent man. And if they do, then that's a success. If you look at the automobile in many countries, there is a certified pre-owned market for Lexus, BMW, and many other brands. When you buy a high-end smartphone, you can expect the same kind of situation there. The reality is that we love competition. At Apple, we think it makes us all better. But we want people to invent their own stuff. I don't own encryption. Apple doesn't own encryption. Encryption, as you know, is everywhere. In fact, some of encryption is funded by our government. I'd rather Apple cannibalize Apple than somebody else cannibalize Apple. This is Steve's company. This is still Steve's company. It was born that way, it's still that way. And so his spirit, I think, will always be the DNA of this company. Most business models have focused on self-interest instead of user experience. Those are the kinds of problems we solve to solve. When technological advancement can go up so exponentially, I do think there's a risk of losing sight of the fact that tech should serve humanity, not the other way around.